Hello everyone, it's Serenity. So today's video is going to be, a more blunt video than some of the other ones I did early on when I first started doing videos. So basically, what I wanted to talk about was the first beings, or the ones that are approved by the true source of life. Now, it was not the Caucasians. As I alluded to in other videos, those were beings created by the rebel God at the time. Those were his beings created. Now, this video is not to cause bias and prejudice whatsoever, because in this day and age now, you cannot tell energetically who is of the original God species and who is basically a species that was created to be low vibrational. There are species who are just created that way. And at first, all of the ones who were pale-skinned were low vibrational. But the thing is, when you take genetic material from original blueprints that operate out of love, even in that instance, you can kind of manipulate the genetics to come closer back to the original form. Okay? Anyway, so these God species were the ones who were put on this planet, who were highly advanced. And this is the thing about the history books that this rebel system has created. They wanted you, as the collective on this planet, to believe that these ones from these continents in Australia, Africa, South, Central America, North America, all these civilizations were primitive when they were anything but that. It was the ones that were created, or these Caucasians, that were very primitive. They did not even walk on 2 feet. They crawled. They did not know what hygiene and sanitation was. It was the God species that taught these ones to become civilized, and later on they turned on the very ones that helped them. But now you realize why this world basically is run by the rebels approved species. That's what it is. But really, people of color are the ones who actually, in their original form, like I said, now you don't know who anyone is based on the outer appearance or their avatars, because there are so many that are undercover right now that you cannot tell based on just looking at a person what energy is contained within their vessel, okay? But these darker skinned ones that were powered by the sun, yes, they were the original gods. They were gods. They were the ones looked up to by these other species that were created by this rebel god, until he put it within them to raise up and basically turn against the very ones that taught them everything that they knew. But this is also why, because of the state of these certain ones, hygiene and all that, they did bring disease and basically a lot of bad things to these ancient civilizations that history has taught were primitive, and the people were primitive, when it's anything but that. Like I said, this whole system is created where good is bad, bad is good, and the like. But now that you understand that, and I told you who Jehovah really is, he has taken many names throughout various ages, but right now, it's Jehovah. Now you know why his approved organization on the earth at this time, which is Jehovah's Witnesses, yes, that is Jehovah's or the devil's organization at this time. You know why in the illustrations that Jehovah's Witnesses publish, when they give you examples of the heavenly realm or the God realm, the divinity, they always have illustrations of white men as the representation of heavenly energies, because it is anything but that. A more accurate depiction would be dark-skinned feminine energies. Yeah, I said it. Or androgynous beings, because the source of life contained both energies within herself. That's what it is. And whether you want to believe it or not does not make it not happen. You have the free will, once again, to take what I say as truth or leave it. It's no consequence to me. But it does matter as far as your ascension and how you view the world. So you know better, you can do better. But now, like I said, you know why the publications that his earthly approved organization publish always basically have angels, Jesus, God, as being Caucasian or white entities, when it's anything but that. And this system is set up to condition people to look down upon the very ones because of their origin. All of these powers that rebelled know the truth. They just want it kept from the masses and the collective so everyone can stay sleeping. But this is why in many cultures now, he set up this cycle of self-hatred where he put his own creations as the standard of beauty and divinity, when it is not that. But the true source of life sees all, she literally sees the beauty in all things. And that includes even the rebel god's creations. And even when he cast them aside, she adopted them as her very own. That's the truth of the situation. So I don't want anyone to ever feel, no matter what race you are, that you are looked down upon by the true source of life, because we are all connected. That spark of energy within you comes from source. So she could never hate anything that comes from her own energy. So that's what I wanted to say in a nutshell. Just a short video to kind of open your eyes, look around. Why is kinky hair looked down upon? Why is it straightened? Why are people walking around with wigs? Why do people use skin lighteners? And I'm talking about in all cultures, not just ones with, from African heritage, but Asia as well, where they're putting the standards of these light-skinned, straight-haired, blonde, blue-eyed, light individuals as the standard of beauty. Everyone should see the beauty in each other, but especially those who were made in God's image, literally. Okay, that's it for today. I love you all. Keep staying high vibrational, no matter how difficult it is, because I know that the ones who want to keep everyone in the dark are working overtime to oppress you and make you feel like giving up. That's their goal. They even want to do that to the true source of life. Now, make no mistake, she's not clueless as to what's going on, and she does think. She even thinks that what would have happened if she never created a counterpart and just stayed as one source. Then none of this would have happened. What if she created but withheld the gift of free will? Then everyone would be like little robots. And then what would be the point of even creating life in the first place? She thinks about all these things. But at this point, you can't just take back everything that's already done. You have to come up with the best solution that works for all ones who want to vibrate at the frequency of divine love. And that's why the earth is evolving, so that can take place. Okay, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.